It was around 10:45 p.m. They called me. Oh, Mr. Ortiz, you got the room ready? I said, yeah, we'll be there. When they got here, we had balloons and a welcome sign in front of the door. We were asking them, oh, what you like to do, what's your favorite, character in the cartoons and they were like quiet.
At first, I felt scared, like, nervous.
And they went to bed. I sat over here. I hear Anna saying, oh, having nightmares. I had to put one of those closing beds. So I took the mattress, I put it like in the middle of the twin beds, and I slept there with one of the girls. When I woke up, I was with all of them in the floor. And they felt so good. Mom, I'm hungry. I said, this is only the second day here. I said, no, call me Titi Nilda, or Auntie, Mom, I want Cheerio. I said, fine, let it be Mom.
Foster parenting provides a loving and nurturing temporary home for children in foster care. Some children will need adoptive homes because they can't return to their parents. Adoption is not temporary. It is a commitment to parent and support the child into adulthood. Anyone who qualifies can adopt or foster a child, regardless of marital status, sexual orientation, race, or ethnicity. You don't have to be rich, but you must have your own income and live in a space that can accommodate children. Before parents can foster or adopt a child, they receive 30 hours of intensive parent training and an investigation of their home.
First, the agency wanted to do a home study to see if I got the right things like window guards, smoke detector.
They get very personal, but you can't take that personal because they placing kids in your home.
When I first met Steve and my brothers, I was in another foster home, and I was a little bit scared.
When they first came in my house, Malik, for example, he was real nervous. Marshawn, he would sleep with the covers wrapped around him. Want to sleep with the light on at night. Scared to take showers. You see different things with these kids.
The oldest one had the baby. She wouldn't let me push her. She wouldn't let me get near her.
Yes, I always protected her because she was the younger one. They were young too, but she was a baby.
Let's say the third day, that's when she started like, here, you can have her. You can have the baby now.
You just want the kid to feel that they're at home. And your home is their home. Once you keep reassuring the kids that they're safe, you'll see a change.
Oh my God.
What did you do when we were gone?
We were cooking with my mother.
I didn't really have parents to say because I was always alone by myself. I used to hang out a lot at a very young age. I was about 6. One time my mom didn't come home for a week. I think that's why ACS was called. I think one of the neighbors actually noticed that and actually called in. They took me away and I was scared. I say about 6, 7 foster homes, different foster homes. I mean, one point, the foster mom I had, she didn't care if I went to school or not.
It's important for ACS and foster care agencies to work together to make sure that we find the best home for our families. Michael had a lot of issues, a lot of behavior problems.
I literally did not want to go to school at all. Just angry. And I said something to one kid. Kid got mad, I was about to fight him. The teacher said, no. and I stabbed him in his arm. And then that day, I remember the school was ready. They already had the paper signed out, ready to kick me out of school, and that was actually my last chance.
A lot of the school staff really didn't like him, because of this behavior. They only saw him as this bad kid. The foster home had some issues that wasn't meeting his needs. And so I called Mr. Fair and I asked him whether he would be willing to foster Michael.
The social worker came to me and said, I got this kid. Because I seen how you did the other two kids, you turned them around. You fight for them. But this is one kid that I know you can't, but you can give it a shot.
I saw the house, I was like, hey, this is nice. Never lived in a house.
Most foster parents, they just take the child and just boom. And then a week later, say, here you go. I can't take him, I can't tolerate him. Me, I feel him. I feel what your potential is.
He sat me down, set down the rules. I was like, rules? I don't know what those are. I never had any.
It turned out he wasn't as bad as he thought he was. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to believe he was a really bad kid because he figures that's the only way he gonna get what he can by acting like he's bad. But I saw right through that. You ain't tough. You ain't tough. You were just pretending to be tough.
I remember one time I got into a fight, I came home and I was like, all right, I'm gonna expect my bags to be packed. And he was like, oh, sit down. I was looking around, I was like, where are my bags? He's like, what are you talking about? I was like, aren't I being kicked out? I was like, no. I was like, whoa, that was a shock.
I said, no, this could be good for you if you want it. Me and you can play, we can joke, we have a good time. You're my son.
And he actually said that. I cared, I love you, this and this and that. I was like, wow. When he actually said he loved me, I was like, whoa. Never heard that word before. I didn't from my parents. And then I started to realize, I was like, you know what? I want to change. Can I call you Dad? He was like, if that's what you want. You know what? You're my father. What's up, Dad? And he looked at me, he was like, what's up, son? And then there was like we had that little moment. We always have a little moment, like every time. Whether I'm getting in trouble, it's always that one little thing that sparks off, like, hey, I love you.
Michael started making an honor roll every month.
I want to be somebody. I want to become something great, but I didn't have anything to push me towards that way. But when I came here, I was like, he's pushing me towards, all my goals. And I was like, all right, I can do this.
Behave yourself in school, all right? Yeah.
He was much more respectful, kinder, nicer. That tough exterior wasn't there anymore.
We wasn't an adopted home at the time. We just was a foster home. So we said, how do you become an adopted home? So they told us the steps of classes you had to take and all that and stuff. We said, okay. Now I said, Michael, do you want to stay? Is this the home you would like to stay in? Michael says, yeah. He got this big gleam in his face. Yeah. I said, all right, Michael.
That's when it hit me. This is what I wanted all this time, a family, a father figure to be there for me. That's when I realized they really did love me.
They surprised me and said, by the way, he's got 2 sisters. I said, okay, I don't know if I want to go there, but we took the 2 sisters. And then after that, by the way, he's got another brother. I said, come on.